Is it 6?
It's 6.
All right. I'm an actor. Hey guys, my name's Mitch.
My name's Matt.
This is Off the Cuff. Now this is part 2 of 1. In part 1, Matt identified 6 tips for conversion optimization.
Yes.
What we're going to discuss on this podcast is split testing. And so every point can be split tested.
Yes.
So Matt, do you want to start with point 1?
For sure. So the first one that I talked about was your headline. So the headline on your landing page is extremely important, as I said in the first video. So when you're looking to split test, which is basically you have a software that allows you to make multiple different versions of the landing page that splits the traffic. So, some people see a different version than other people, and you can do as many variables as you want, which is awesome. So when you're doing a headline, the headline is actually one of the first things that you want to split test when it comes to anything, what I found. So
yeah, it's the thing that people pay attention to. You get the visual, but then, that's simple.
Yeah. So
the values in that.
Yeah,
headline.
exactly. So the headline, what I find, what you really want to split test are the different benefits. So you want to hit different pain points, and you could try different types of headlines. Some headlines are straight to the point and very like, this is what you're getting, this is the benefit. Other headlines are more what you call blind headlines, where it's like, the amazing secret that, like in landscaping, that you would never believe or something. That's a very blind headline. So you can split test, 10 headlines and see which one works, and then pick the one that's working the best and then focus on that. So that works really, really well for split testing in terms of headlines.
And I'm going to go a little bit further with that one. Matt's a content person. He's a great content guy. And so he's talking about basically the catchy stuff, the value in the words and whatnot. The other things you could do with split testing, and this is so minuscule, but we've seen it. And the world has seen it. It's like basically underlining a particular word or bolding a particular word can make a world of a difference. And it seems weird, but it does. Even changing the color of red, doing something red. Not the whole headline, but just the keywords that you want to stand out. And it's some psychology behind it that people are just more attracted to that, and they're focus words. And so if you pull them out, and it can be through an underline, bold, or color, all of them, that's what split testing's for. And I just want to maybe explain a little bit more split testing before we get to the other points. Split testing is essentially this. You have $100 of ad spend, and you split it 60-40. Let's just say, in this case, 50-50. So $50 is going to go towards this test. $50 is going to go towards that test. 50% of your audience is going to see that test. 50% of the audience is going to see that test. That's what split testing is. It's that simple. And it mixes it up quite nicely so that you get a good measurable result.
And what's awesome about split testing, like Mitch was saying, is that now no longer, you're not operating based off of intellectual hunches. Like you're not like, I think that this is going to be better. You can literally look at the data and be like, oh, version B converted 2% more.
Oh, scrap number 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Scrap A.
So now you're
converting 2% more.
Yeah, so now you're no longer operating based off these hunches. You're literally operating based off of tangible data.
And once you get, say, you split tested these two, and the clear winner is B.
Yeah.
And you go with B. Create another split test.
Yeah, and then keep doing it.
Keep doing it. Because you know what? C may be better than B. And eventually you're just going to understand your audience. And you're going to understand your data so well that you're just going to create winners every single time. So that's split testing. But point number 2, Matt.
Yeah. So the next thing that you could split test is the images on the landing page, right? So different background images, maybe different service images. These are all things that are going to communicate a different message to your audience. And so when you split test those, it's funny. We were running a campaign actually that we split tested the background, and we simply made the background slightly more like luxury type looking background than the other one. And I think the conversion difference was 3%, which was fucking huge. Pardon my language.
Mad.
It was huge, and I was so blown away by just the difference a picture makes. Another thing I found that the difference is the brightness. So like if a picture is brighter and another picture is darker, I found that the brighter picture actually works better, which is really weird, but it works based off of what I've seen.
Matt, sorry I wasn't listening. What? Which one? Brighter?
Yeah, brighter.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So it's like a brighter
I don't know. I just thought of course,
but like, why is it of course? It's just weird.
Well, when I'm outdoors, for example, on my phone, remember
Right.
this? Remember this? This was actually tested for a particular reason because the construction guy that we had before, his head was cut off. And so you have to test it on mobile.
Yeah.
But anyway, all to say that this photo is bright because I'm just waiting for my friggin' phone to dim. When it's like that, I can still see it, but you can't. And when the sun's shining on your phone, sometimes it's just you can't see the screen. So I would think that a brighter image would just pop out more.
Yeah.
That's just my logic, but I'm just operating on a hunch here.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't go on.
Let's split test that.
Split test this. So
All right.
very good point with images for sure.
What are some other things to split test?
What were your 3 tips?
Yeah, I guess you could.
6 tips.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could split test testimonials, but that's kind of strange.
It is, but you can split test layouts.
Yeah.
This page here again, God, I got to keep showing you guys, was specifically split tested for mobile because we know that 78% of people are looking at it on mobile.
Right.
And if you look at it, it says discover or proven. So it starts with discover, ends with proven on one line. Strategy, get more.
Qualified leads.
Then qualified leads is right there. Actually, I think I'm going to bold that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to do something with this. But anyways, we haven't split tested this yet. Without every month, that should be on another line, without managing anything yourself. So that was split tested so that the font size is right, so that it skips the right line. It's been split tested on different variety of screens too, like iPhone and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So layout for sure. Your margins, like, man, I've seen so many mobile sites where the margin is way too wide. There's too much of it, and everything's just sort of centered. And I've seen some that are just stuck to the edges.
Stuck to the edges.
And
I
it's
see
like
that a lot.
little things like that bug people. Unconsciously, subconsciously.
Yeah.
They're just like, ugh.
Something's wrong with this
You know,
page.
and actually, like, I mean, it's a reflection of what you put out as quality too, in my
Right.
opinion. If you're not paying attention to 78% of your audience and what they like, then
Yeah, I agree.
what's happening back there? Then it's like, I don't know, it's just a reflection of quality in my opinion. But you could split test everything. You can actually just split test an entire different layout, look, everything, different colors, different.
Yeah. Another thing you want to split test, I just remembered, that's going to be really important, is the call to action button as well. So I experimented with that. You can split test with the color of the call to action button, split test with the words of the call to action button. What I found, and Mitch actually pointed this out to me a little bit ago, is, you can say like a call to action like get consultation now, or get free quote now, request free quote, all that kind of stuff. Or you could say, yes, I'd like to learn more. Yes, I want more information. That's actually really interesting to split test. I've seen other marketers doing that, and so I started to split test it. And it brings in a variance of different results for different industries, right? And this is why split testing is important. So with your call to action buttons, experiment with the colors. What I find is like green, orange, red are all colors that get attention and elicit a response. And then you want to practice different, experiment with different wording. So experiment with that.
Oh my gosh, we could split test everything. I'm just thinking the position of your button.
That's
I
true,
mean,
yeah. This video is just like, all right, how much can you split test?
like you could split test everything, I guess is what we're getting to, but the word like, sign up now. Yes, I want in.
Yeah.
Definitely, that works for some industries. And the call now, like call for free consultation, might work better for something that's a little bit more compassionate.
Emergency, maybe even.
Emergency for
Yeah.
a call.
Oh, sorry,
more-
not consultation.
I was
thought
just
you
thinking
call
more
for-
like a practitioner of sorts.
Mm.
You know, something that should be softer approach. Like, hey, book your consultation. Come on in. We'll take care of you.
Gotcha.
Not like, yes, I want my health back.
Gimme.
And I mean, that
I'm
might work
ready
for
to take action now.
yeah, that might work for a supplement product. But anyway, the position of the button on your desktop specifically. On mobile, I think you should just always make it full screen.
Yeah.
Make it stand out. Make it a no-brainer. This is a button. We click on it. We get places. Put an icon also in your button. Test that. you know, like I don't know, a little checkbox or something, right?
Yeah.
It's like, check this box.
Oh, this is another thing that we split test too, and it brought really good results. On the Messenger chat box, so in the last video, part 1, I talked about the importance of having a chat box on your landing page so some people can type in and ask questions. You have a real person on the other end answering them. We split test the difference between the wording on the chat box. So the first chat box that we had, it said, do you have any questions? Hey, do you have any questions? And then we split test it with, hey, this is a live person. What questions do you have? And the second version did phenomenally better. Just the fact, we split tested also, I think, with just adding the this is a live person. We found that when you say this is a live person, people are like, oh, it's not a bot. Like, this is a person on the other end.
That's saying a lie.
It's crazy.
No, really, it's because there is a live person, but somebody needs to be there to, like a receptionist, to pick up the phone. And we live in a world of digital where bots can do that.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, this is a live person. That's a good one.
Yeah, when you say this is a live person, we've noticed a big difference in that, and it's fascinating.
Right, we're split testing, like, you know, like, hey, like, you know, are you looking for leads now or something like that, just quickly, and it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the second part of mine, is when you say, like, what questions do you have? It's assumptive that they have questions, right? It's like when they say in retail, as a retail salesperson, you never say, hey, can I help you with anything? You don't do that, right? Because your visceral response is to say, no, man, I'm just looking around. What you do as a retail person is you say, like, hey, how's it going today? And you just talk to people, and then you kind of say, like, yeah, man, so, like, you know. Then
And you follow them around the store.
Exactly, and then you
them.
force them to buy. No, I'm just kidding.
But interestingly enough, if you want to know how to split test your website, post it below, actually. Just type your website
that would be really cool.
name. I'd love to just dive into it.
Yeah. And don't worry, we're not going to be harsh or anything like that on your website. Just post it below, and we can give you very detailed suggestions on stuff you can split test. That's going to be very easy for you to see results quickly.
Yeah, harsh, definitely not harsh, but I'm a direct person. I'm just going to tell you how it is. I'm going to tell you if it's performing or not, and I'm going to tell you what you have to do.
Yes.
I'm not saying you have to work with me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you what you have to do, and then you could go from there. But yeah, let's leave it at that. Please share. We want to hear from you. And so we're looking for that engagement. We want to help people. We want to see your questions. We want to be able to answer them. We want to see your websites. We want to be able to contribute to them however we can. So anyways, with that said, my name's Mitch.
My name's Matt.
And this is Off the Cuff.